if this game ends up going the distance here. Simply the incoming match. Welcome to Coda, ladies and gentlemen, for the first map in this best of 9 series between two incredibly talented players. Spawning in the 4 o'clock position as the blue Zerg. He represents Root Gaming. Playing from California, ladies and gentlemen, he goes by Hydra, Dongwon Shin. Or Shin Dongwon. Depending on if you prefer the Western or Eastern format for surnames. His opponent, some call him the new king in the north after Naniwa. This guy is possibly the strongest foreign player in the world, but will he be able to extend his win streak to 9? Ladies and gentlemen, representing Team Liquid.net, it's Bunny Patrick Briggs. Alright, well, this certainly just got real, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing what is going to be happening in this match to start off with. Both of these players incredibly solid. They played each other before. Very, very strong. Patrick, well, I mean, Bunny, I suppose, he's dispatched a lot of Zerg players in his time, and he's done particularly well against them. Lots of 5-1s and 5-2s in his record there, as Hydra goes for the spawning pool after he pops the hatch down on the low ground. In the meantime, though, Hydra has just been generally bossing up. He's been doing very, very well in WCS for himself as well. And notably has played in a couple of finals against Parting. Lost some, won some, basically been there and got the badge. So Bunny is going to be opening up with a Reaper, and it's going to be spotted by this Overlord right here as well. So absolutely no surprises there whatsoever as far as Hydra is concerned. There is the Reaper popping out. And this is the build that's kind of... I mean, I'm not going to read too much into it now, but Bunny does tend to get into his comfort zone a little bit. But unlike a lot of players that get into their comfort zone, do the builds that they're most familiar with, and then sort of end up going, I'm too predictable now. I'm actually losing to a couple of builds. Well, I personally don't think Bunny does that. He sort of gets into his comfort zone, and then he starts wrecking face. And that's kind of the Bunny that I really, really enjoy watching in StarCraft 2. So we have the first 4 lings popping out now. One drone getting very, very close to going down there. Will the Reaper be able to pop a Zergling? It doesn't look like it at the moment. This drone is a big, big target right now. And the Reaper, ooh, very nice, picks off a Zergling there. But just buying time until the Queens come out, which will come in 3, 2, 1. There we go. An extra pair of lings there just to be doubly safe. We have the Reaper's friend, I believe. So Tom and Dick are going to be popping by. And it looks like they're going to be joined by Harry. So we're going to see a triple Reaper approach here from Bunny, with an immediate factory going down after the natural command center has popped down for him as well. Meanwhile, Tom and Dick are just enjoying themselves, but they do need to be careful. Excellent SimCity there with the spawning pool means that these Reapers... Oh, very, very nice. Unfortunately, Tom there is going to be going down. Harry will come and replace him in just a second, but of course 3 Reapers, very, very potent. Takes 2 shots to kill off a drone when you have 3 of them there. And all of a sudden, the harassment job, really, from Bunny here in game number 1 just becomes a little bit harder now that that's happened. So we'll see what he can do to sort of pick up on that now. He's moving out. He's actually moving around inside the natural expansion. The Zerglings are trying to surround, but they're able to get into the main base. This is pretty good so far, but there's still a Queen there, and these Reapers, unfortunately, are still on less than half health. So he did a good job maneuvering around, but unfortunately, he ultimately couldn't do any damage whatsoever. Back home, though, while these Reapers are active, Bunny is going to be going for the economic approach. He's got his 3rd command center coming down now as well. Hellions coming out of a reactored factory, and note that we have got the 3rd command center prior to any starport action, so we're not seeing like super fast Banshees or something like that. Hydra, in the meantime, has got his Overlords in position to potentially duck in and scout. He's already just double-checked what's going on here at the natural. We'll, of course, see the positioning of that gas as well. And behind this, Hydra is also going for a 3rd of his own. Bunny's starting stim, but of course he doesn't exactly have enough production structures right now to really pose that much of a major threat. But he's just slowly making sure he keeps that map control with the Hellions. He wants to stop roguelings getting into the base to sort of scout around. Unfortunately, though, 4 of them here are going to suggest that won't be possible. Only getting one Ling killed and managing to pick off a Marine there. Okay, not exactly the biggest of battles there, I admit. But it does mean that Hydra isn't quite able to scout out the ramp at this time. And you know what? That's fine. I mean, I do like the fact that he's just sort of checking out the third base here. Next to the lockdown airlock with the old school Instagram logo, by the looks of things. Moving into, the natural expansion. And do the Zerglings actually see the double engineering base that just got put down? I think he just about did. And that's going to be a reasonable tell as well. That, actually, we have a situation where Bunny is not going to be looking to launch a really, really super serious attack at some point soon, because otherwise, why would you put the 2 engineering bays down, right? You want to be able to get those upgrades before you attack. That's the whole point of doing something like this. So off the back of this, where are we at as far as Zerg is concerned? Well, we have a good amount of creep spread coming on from Hydra. Continuing to sort of explore the boundaries as to whether or not a hatchery can be taken here later on. But these queens doing a good job of pushing the units back, presumably so these creep tumors can start spreading themselves forward. And that's excellent because we're zoning out these units just long enough to be able to get these new creep tumors down. And that's fantastic. Another wave of Lings coming in here. And oh dear, they get into the natural expansion as well. This is not good. Open season in the natural in game number 1 here. Are the SCVs going to go on hold position to save the Marines? It doesn't look like it. The Marines are on the wrong side of the SCVs at the moment. And these Lings, they actually get up into the main base as well. Dear oh dear, the door has been left absolutely wide open. And as it currently stands, Hydra is serving which porridge is hot, cold, or just right. This is not a great situation to be in, and Bunny, unfortunately, has all his units stuck on the outside. He raised the depot, and these automatic pithing on the Hellions there is not going to be able to get them in. So he just about manages to kill them off now. He's lost 5 workers versus 2 at the moment. Not the greatest trade at all for Bunny. He's not going to be happy with that at all, but it is contained. He's still at 47 workers versus... Oh, actually, 47 workers versus 69 is a reasonable advantage here. And the creep spread here for Hydra is now starting to extend to where we can see the 4th base location is likely to get taken as well. So Hydra at the moment doing reasonably well. And I don't know. I just don't see at the moment where Bunny is going to be able to attack in the next couple of minutes. His 1-1 is a little bit out of sync right now. His +1 armor is just significantly slower than his +1 attack. And it looks like he's going to try and do this via dropping. I mean, that could work. We don't have an Overlord in this kind of position. And the Watchtower is being held by Bunny as well. So he knows that this drop won't get detected via units there. However, this Overlord, okay, it looks like the medevacs get seen just for a split second there, but they will get seen by this Overlord here, and the game is up. And we're going to see units streaming into the main base now as Hydra goes to defend against this drop, but there's only really about 6 Lings here. This is nowhere close to... Okay, hang on a second. That's an awful lot more than 6 Lings now. And here we go, surrounding the Marines over there. And no Banelings, but it's still going to be enough Lings to actually push this back right now. The Marines are going to be moving back up to where the 4th base location is. And in the meantime, we simultaneously have another attack going down at the 3rd base location. Bunny is going to have to lift that, or he's going to lose the orbital completely. He's actually tickling away at the engineering base. That's not going to do any good. And oh no! It's too late! The orbital blows up. There's the hairdryer, ladies and gentlemen, slowly running through the air, and it disappears into that canyon. That is not a good position for Bunny to be in right now. And this drop, yes, it's managed to do damage. There are no Banelings here, remember. So these Marines are being so cost-effective and just forcing Hydra to be so cost-inefficient at cleaning it up. But is it worth losing a base? I'm not really sure. There's another, though, force down here in the 3rd base location who's saying, well, if I'm going to lose a base, so are you. But he's going to have to get in between those minerals if he wants to be cost-effective against these Zerglings. Really good position actually there from Bunny. And right now, well, it looks like both sides are taking an awful lot of losses. Very, very difficult situation here. But at the moment, I do think Bunny is in a little bit do-or-die mode, because it's 62 versus 38 workers right now, and he is streaming more units to reinforce across the map, but these are all on creep against very, very fast Zerglings, and the Mutalisks are about to pop out now as well. Hydra has waited and waited and waited, and it's been very, very difficult for him to sort of get to this kind of position, but now he's in a position where the Mutalisks are able to help wreak havoc on these Marines too. 1 or 2 of them do end up getting killed off, but they manage to do that as well as pick off a medevac. This will simply get cancelled, and now where will Bunny go from here? Is he able to push in and try and take out the 3rd base location, for example? I'm not 100% certain this is going to be possible, and it doesn't look like it is. Look, he sees the Banelings there as well. GG! And ROOT.hydra, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be taking a 1-0 lead going in to the first break here on the hot seat.